So I'm going into the back cave. Y'all might have forgot I even be on here, man. It's been a while since I could, you know, start talking, but glad to be back. What's good? What's good? What's good? In the house for sure, for sure. What's up, Marcus Brown? How you, man? Phantom, what up? Jahan Jory. Had a rough. I'll explain. I'll wait for a couple of you people to be in there before I start explaining. But yeah, I was away for a couple of weeks. Had to take some much needed family time. Had no choice. What up? What up? Cowboys definitely did win. Definitely, a lot has happened. What's good, Jugs? Jug a lunatic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good now. I've always been good. I had 3 deaths in the family. Like my fiance's nephew, uh, he passed away, and then that same week, a friend of mine, Mick Kilgore, actually is a Temple football standout. He passed away of a heart attack. He was a coach here in Philly, and we used to work together or whatever. So had a lot of, and my uncle died too, cancer. So had a lot of funerals to go to in 1 week, and then after that, just found just spazzed out a little bit, but everything's everything. I'm good now though. I'm good. I'm good. Everything's dope. Appreciate that, Phantom. Appreciate it. It's good to be back, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. No, I just put it out there for transparency. I'm not sad or nothing like that, so don't feel bad. I understand death, man. People pass away. I gotta go. We all getting out of here at some point. Just make sure you're doing what you want to do before you go. Yep, all is well, man. All is well. I'm good. I'm real good. Happy. Uh, I don't think it's Colombo that's putting the beast back in the O line. I actually did a video on my boy Xavier Sua Philo. I know Botch probably did one as well, but I think Xavier is the reason that Dak's able to reset his clock, so to speak, because he doesn't have to watch for a weak link in the line. Like this kid is. I don't know if his run blocking is as good as Connor because Connor can move, but what I've seen, he's been caving lines in for the last 2 weeks, and he's done a good job at it. Yeah, man. No more condolences, y'all. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. Um, oh, and then I found out on the Friday after I came back from my homie's funeral, though, I go out with some friends to try to take my head off of it. And as soon as I sat down, he told me, because he knows I do this show, he said, Des Bryant ruptured his Achilles today. I was like, whoa. So that was just a bad week all the way around. I was just like, damn, man, that was messed up. But have my opinions on Dak. What's up, Cowboys abroad. Have they changed? No. I still think Dak is developing. I think that the line, and the line is definitely not just playing better, but they're actually getting the credit that they deserve now that Connor Williams is kind of out. And I'm not glorifying him being out. I'm just saying that if you watch Dak's steps, like I'll show you in this video, I did a comparison for Xavier. And you'll look at Dak's steps in this game versus the Seattle game in the beginning of the season where Connor was in there. And Dak's footwork was better in the beginning of the season. His clock was quicker, like he said. His clock was quicker. His footwork was better. He was taking a maximum 5, maybe 6 steps. If it was a 5-step drop, he'd probably take an extra step before he threw the ball. Now, in the last 2 games, I shit you not, he's taking like 11-step drops, 12-step drop. I'm serious, like bouncing around, take 2 steps forward, throw the ball, slow release, and he getting away with it because the way the line is playing. So hats go off to the offensive line. Hats go off to Mark Colombo. And Dak Prescott. I mean, he's playing well enough to win. But this is the football that we expect of him. This isn't elite quarterback play by any means. Like it's like he's ripping you apart, but he's playing well enough where enough balls are bouncing in our favor. He is still doing some things, like especially in the Eagles game. I haven't really watched the all 22 of this one, but I did watch the Eagles. He's still doing some things that could go the other way in a playoff game. Some silly plays here and there, but for the most part. Even in the Titans game, I wasn't really that critical of him. I saw a lot of people, going in and kind of doing the he was open here, and I was like, I've done that for like the last 6 months, and that's why it's like now it's not like what's the point in doing that? That's why I haven't really been breaking quarterback those plays down from a quarterback's perspective. Because one for me, like I enjoy this just like you guys enjoy it. So I want to do something that's like that I really don't know the answer of. Like let's try to find something out. That's why the addition of, as I said, Xavier, that kind of sparked me. LVE's Surgeons sparked me a little as well. Should Fleming start? Not sure. Not sure, man. Fleming, I like a lot. I think Collins can play. I just don't. I just don't like Collins's level of focus and concentration. He doesn't seem like he concentrates, man. He just doesn't. And that actually answers your question too, game changer, man. What's up, game changer? At that, like I ain't seen you in a minute, man. And you got my number and all that. You be fronting on me, man. I see you. I see how he is out here, though. All right, but I only mess with you, man. Anyway, Cheeto, I don't think he's getting like eviscerated though. He get picked on because you're not gonna pick on Byron. But I think this was the first touchdown I've seen him give up. I think I might be wrong, but I have to go through the film and check. But I think he gave up maybe one, maybe two touchdowns all year. That's not horrible. He's just easier to throw on than Byron, but he's always right there. I would rather, and for me, it's a good thing that he's playing this way because hopefully it forces them to use Jordan Lewis on the outside and force Cheeto to play in the slot, which is where I want him anyway. So hopefully. He didn't regress. He actually got better, Sports Guru. I don't think he regressed. Last year he actually was giving up a lot more touchdowns. We just liked him more because he was making some plays. Woodrow, appreciate you, man. I'm gonna keep grinding, man. I'm not quitting. Like I said, I just had a rough 2 weeks, rough week and a half, but I'm not going anywhere. And then as far as the video, me ranting about my videos being replayed, like I wanted to say this too. Like, it's a couple of you guys that actually commented to me. Chris, X Factor. I didn't mention you guys, but yeah, you guys are actually good with me. Like, there are videos out there that have gotten more views than mine that I have approved. So just wanted to say that too. I didn't want anybody getting any like backlash from that, as if I'm trying to say that you in particular, the person who I'm talking about, are the people. They know who they are. We've already talked. That's why I'm not saying their names. But we all good. I'm working on what to do about that next. Watermarks are already on all my videos now, but you guys get it. Sorry about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this game. And you guys talking in here. I got to scroll back up to see what y'all was saying because I was running my mouth a little bit. What up, Joe Pitt? Bruh. LVE might be rookie of the year. Like, it's like he just has that he has that it factor, man. Ball always seems to find him or want to find him, and he makes hella plays. But the thing that he did, fuck the interceptions, man. Excuse my French, but forget the interceptions. The thing that he did that kind of stood out to me today was when he went under that block. Man, that's a Pro Bowl guard that he pinned him up, went up and under. So he, got his shoulder pads up, going up and going back, and then he went right up under and tackled him and the running back. And I was just like, wow, that was that was just a great play. I think it was him and Ridley, as a matter of fact, maybe. Dallas definitely wins the East. Saw what happened to Alex Smith. I saw what happened to him. It was just like, damn, that's unfortunate. Prayers go out to him, man. That might be, career ending. Who knows? And the crazy thing is that is a gruesome broken leg, and I think it happened to not Theismann. Um, I forget my Redskins names. I know y'all gonna throw it in the box though, but it happened to a Redskins quarterback before. I think Lawrence Taylor snapped a dude's leg, and in a game, it was just like stuck in the mud, man. But yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. But yeah, I think that because of that, not just because of that, but because of that, plus the way the offensive line is now playing, and the way Dak is seeming to understand his role in the offense now as well. Like he understands when he needs to make plays. It seems he does still do certain things that I don't like, but I see him taking chances, and that's you can't go. You guys can go back and watch any video. Anybody who calls me a hater, whatever. The only thing I've ever said was to start taking chances, take some risks, make some mistakes, and win or lose, he's been doing that. So that's a start. That's a start. Yeah, the Skins, I think we got that game though, but I think we did lose a game to Colt McCoy before. Uh, yeah, I think we did. hmm Seriously, can we beat the Saints? I mean, they ain't unbeatable, but that's a hell of a team, hell of an offense. I don't think we have the firepower to deal with the Saints because our offense is good, but not that good. We're not like, you would have to be able to throw the ball effectively to keep up with them. I don't think we can. Buttered toast was good, man. Right back at you. Yeah, Saints is tough. I like the energy though. I like how y'all was everybody was like, yeah, man, bomb the rest of the season. Now we're like, hey man, we're gonna beat the Saints. That's best team in the league. Like these dudes is crazy. And we ain't beating the Saints, man. But we still can win the division because I think 9-7, 10-6 might get you the division. Anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen. I just don't see it. Yeah, Hearns is definitely replaced by Amari. Oh, it was Joe Theismann. I was right. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, oh man, Jake Parker. I mean, I wish, I wish. Um, they'll definitely start pouring in though, because it's just about being consistent. I just started this 9 months ago, something like that. So more subscribers are coming. Let's get them. But in the playoffs, I think if we actually make the playoffs, do we have a shot? Believe it or not, if we make it, yeah. I mean, I think late in the season, that's when running backs actually emerge, and I think Zeke will kill if we get to play late in the year. It doesn't matter if you're in. We have a team that's built for playoff contention, and that means we can go anywhere. We can go play in the cold because we're a smash mouth downhill running team, and we can play inside. So I think yeah, we would have a shot against anybody. We're that type of team anyway. We're like an 8-8, 9-7 type team that we have a shot against anybody. We'll beat teams that you don't think we're supposed to beat, and we'll lose to teams that you don't think we're supposed to lose to, because that's really who we are right now. And we're like we're tilting in the right direction. I think as far as wins or our ability to win is concerned, but right now, I think it's more maturity. Everyone that plays for us, or most of the impact players that play for us, were homegrown, and we haven't brought in many outside influences that are dominant influences, like older veteran players that have been somewhere before. We don't have any. Think about that. Everyone on our team, most of the team, is homegrown. So I think maturity and experience, even from the coaching staff standpoint, is just not there. I think Chris Richard has some, but outside of that, the coaches are homegrown, the players are homegrown. So hopefully, we took our lumps in the Green Bay game in 2016 in the playoffs, and we kind of grew from there. from there. Yep. Yeah, we need to blitz a little more, I think, too. I think Gallup will be in the mindset to play Thursday. Gallup is like, I mean, for everybody who didn't like drops, I mean, Gallup is dropping a lot of passes this year. I can't even keep count. I just know he does it like every game. Oh, you already know I gotta throw that up for you, man. He said throw up the X. Yeah, I gotta throw it up for him. They did show love. I like the good thing about not that this was a Dez show, but the good thing about Dez actually getting hurt after signing with the Saints is that people got to kind of dispel that rumor that he's a bad teammate. So that was a good thing. At least he got to go out on a team. You know what I mean? But that was just crazy. Hope he comes back though, man. Really do. Yeah, it was Theismann. If Dak's extended and if Dak can start looking downfield and get his mechanics together, and shorten his release time, I think he can be good. Um, Great, who knows? I mean, great is like, opportunity has to, everything has to come together for that to happen. And the right opportunity at the right time, and the right circumstances, just like the injury to Romo was like the right opportunity at the right time, right circumstances. So he'll have another moment like that in his career. And if he rises to the occasion, then boom, that's him. He can be great. If he doesn't, then may never get there again. May never be able to get past that hump. Never know. Never know. But I think he'll get a shot. His first shot was against Green Bay in the playoffs the first year. If he'd have done it then, I think it would have been. We would all have a different conversation about Dak right now. Oh yeah, Chris Rain. You could definitely contact me, man. I talk boxing too. I'm doing two breakdowns right now. One is the Xavier. I just have to do the voiceover for Xavier. The other one is Triple G versus Canelo 2 for and you guys can follow these guys if you choose. I'll be there as well. It's called Into Boxing, INTU Boxing on Facebook. But they've been real cool, man. I've been working with them for probably like a month or two. But I've been to a couple fights on their dime as a member of the press, so can't hate on that, man. I'm loving it. I was at the I'll put it on the channel, but I was able to interview. I was fortunate enough to be able to interview Danny Jacobs at his last fight, and we were HBO analysts, so that was our ringside reporters, ringside analysts, should I say? But that was cool. Yeah, people were wrong about LVE, man. That's true. I think he might have been even wrong about himself. I don't think he expected to play this good. No one could have anticipated that he would play this good. Nah, nobody. The D line's kind of beat up. That's why they didn't play too good against the run. But I think they played good enough. He had like 16 carries for 58 yards. He didn't, Coleman broke a few long, maybe three long runs, but he didn't kill us. He had less than 100 total yards. He did. I don't know what the other running backs did, but I know Coleman only had like 58 yards, I believe, and 17 yards receiving. So he didn't kill us. It just the plays that he actually got off on us look a lot worse because they were big plays, and then the rest of the time he was doing nothing. Uh, Taco still Tacos to me is like I think he would have been a good third round pick, something like that. But technically, he still was, because we picked him at the end of the first round, right? So if we're picking him at the end of the first round, he could have been a second rounder, which could have easily been a third slid to the third round, and he plays like that. I think Taco. I think he just has to get his motor together. He doesn't have like a relentlessness to him. He stops his feet a lot, and that might be why he's not getting where he needs to be. I think Randy Gregory's emerging, which is good. I think the Eagles games wake him up every year. He gets wild when he plays the Eagles, and he carried it over into this game too. Yeah, leave Connor on the bench. Yep, right. I think so. Right now, we're playing too good without him. For us. I mean, I think the game before in the Titans game he played okay, but I like Xavier better. What's up, little Sonic? Dak is the next Steve McNair. Wow. Good night, Marquise. Salute right back at you, bro. Terrence Williams. When is he coming back? I don't know. I don't know when he's coming back. But if he does come back, can he get his spot back on this team? I like T Will over Gallup right now. I would. I mean, especially if we make the playoffs. I would definitely play T Will before I play Gallup. He just knows how to win. And Gallup dropped for all the shit that we talked about him supposedly having great hands. I'd take T Will's hands over Gallup's hands right now. Definitely. Yeah, Jalen Smith's up there. You know what's crazy? We have, and I don't like comparisons, but we have a sideline to sideline prototypical linebacker, i.e., a Ray Lewis esque linebacker in Jalen Smith. And then we have a cover two sideline to sideline, now run stopping, playmaking, coverage linebacker, a la Brian Urlacher ish in LVE on the same team. You know, uh, that's crazy. And we still got Sean Lee. And then Wilson ain't, chump change. Neither is Joe Thomas. So I'm loving the linebacking core, man. I think that's the staple to this defense. Can't play this cover three without the linebackers that we have. If you watch LVE, the reason that I'm impressed, like you guys are probably impressed from the flash tackles that he makes. He'll make a. Can you guys hear me okay too? I hope you can, because I don't know. I haven't tested the mic or nothing. I just start talking, but I'm assuming y'all can hear me. But you know, what was I saying? The damn, I lost my train of thought. Look at that. Ah, shit. What was I saying? That's that weed, man. You gotta stop smoking. Don't smoke. I'm trying to tell y'all. Um, damn. Somebody tell me what I was just saying, please. Oh, okay. I was talking about LVE. My bad. Whenever you see LVE, he's always chasing down a wide receiver. That's why I'm impressed by him. The plays that he does give up, you'll be like, okay, he gave up this player, so on. But for our defense to be top 10, you got to realize, like, for him and Jalen to cover wide receivers crossing the middle as much as they do, they have to be playing exemplary coverage, because otherwise, we would be Swiss cheese defense. Because if our wide receivers aren't covering the middle of the field, this defense doesn't work. Our corners play pretty much deep thirds, and our safety Xavier Woods roams the middle of the field, and we bring Heath down as like a robber, or vice versa. We flip flop those guys. But I think they need to keep Xavier Woods out of the box, man. Take him and put him back in space. He's just not a big guy yet. He needs to get like beat dog, hit them weights, man. Get up there. But definitely, uh, definitely, they're roaming the field better than any tandem of linebackers I've ever seen. Are just as good, if you want to say, but they're covering wide receivers all day. Well, yeah, Heath is a little better than Bill Bates though. Like Heath actually, he hit like Bill Bates though. Yeah, Woods switching with Earl Thomas would make this defense ridiculous. And actually, that would be an addition, a winning addition, veteran that would work. Remember, I was saying we don't have any veterans that weren't on this team that can teach this young team how to win. I think Earl Thomas I'm actually on Earl Thomas train now. We might get, and that's because he broke his leg. We get him at a better price. And sorry, you're not saying that I'm happy that happened, but we do. That's just a reality. And and I think he wants to be here anyway. So why not? And we need him. I like Xavier Woods. I think Xavier Woods though is more like Cheeto, just a little slower. But I think he's more like Cheeto. And what I mean by that is I like him as how the Patriots and the Jags used to use Dwight Lowry and the Colts. They used to have Lowry, this corner safety tweener who's always playing the nickel. They would blitz him and they would have him cover shifty guys like the Cole Beasley type guys or help play in the run support, stuff like that. I think he should be in sub packages right now. I like him closer to the line, but I don't like him as a safety. He's not fully, not fully. I would like Heath at roam in the middle of the field deep and having Frazier in the box, trying not to expose Frazier. I would make him play that 15 yards off the ball robber technique. Real good to see you too, Eric. Hattie, Hattie. Damn, I remember how you told me how to pronounce it in English, what it actually stands for, but I forgot how to say it. Yeah, man, I missed y'all too, man. Eddie, dude, oh, that sound all crazy. I said Hetty. No, Cheeto hasn't disappointed me. Cheeto going to get more targets than Byron Jones just because the way Byron Jones is playing. Um, and when you remember, Terrence Williams used to get Terrence Newman. I'm sorry, used to get less targets than Anthony Henry. Anthony Henry used to get beat, but he would get us a lot of interceptions because he was that ball hawk and a playmaker. What I would like to see, what might help, I don't know, is to switch their sides. Put Cheeto on the opposite side and let Byron play strong side and see what happens then. Maybe that changes things. I don't know, but um, yeah, try to move him around. Put him in a slot. I would use Cheeto more like my Charles Woodson. As I said, I would just move him around. Sometimes he would be here, sometimes he's here. I would hide him. And what I mean by hide him, I mean get him close to the ball, get him blitzing, get him at the quarterback, let him make plays, let him rob the middle of the field, play like a pseudo safety position sometimes. Like move him around. That's what I would use. How I would use Cheeto, and then everyone else I would kind of leave stable. I like Cheeto on the slot. Yeah, yeah. We missed a lot of sacks. Our defense it's not elite yet. It's a good defense emerging. I wouldn't say it's elite, and that's because we don't make enough. We don't force enough turnovers, and we don't change the impact of games. We starting to like the two interceptions are actually the difference makers in the last two games um, by LVE. So they were difference makers this time. Yeah, but what I mean is like when you go to play the Jags you think about Leonard Fournette, but then you think about the defense. We're not that right now. We're not that team where it's like, yo, their defense, it's crazy. As we get more experience next year and we keep this group together as much as we can, then I think so. Not sure when Irvin's coming back, actually. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen what safeties were in the draft right now, so we might go out and draft a safety. Yeah. They say Zeke is OJ Simpson. I don't know. You gotta explain that, D. Well, I don't know what you mean. Signed Jesse James in the offseason. Oh, as a tight end. Oh man, listen, I'm still on the Rico train, man. He blocking good, he playing good, man. We're gonna get back in the first round. If we don't get back in the first round, it'll be because Jerry made some other move in the offseason that he thinks will solidify this team. But I think there's some trade bait out there this offseason. There's some on our team. We're deep now, deeper than we, and that's all going to contend on whether or not we go to the playoffs. We go to the playoffs and we play well. There'll be some trade bait out there. Who Lewis? Lewis is trade. He might be trade material, but with the way Cheeto's playing, I think he's a good handcuff. I will keep him, and we drafted him. I think our O line has been elite. I think when you have a weak link and Connor Williams in the middle of the field, you see how one weak link can just cave a whole offensive line in. And then you also have a quarterback who takes a lot of steps in his drop. Like he'll drop back 7, then he'll step up 1, step up 2, hop, change, step up, throw. He does a lot. That's a lot. He takes 7 plus 4s sometimes. So that's also part of the reason that he's been getting sacked and pressure. And then in the Tennessee game, he ran out of bounds twice and took 2 sacks. They weren't even sacks. So a lot of things are on Dak too. 5-5. Yep. I'm all right with trading Lee. I don't think Lee's trade material because he's injury prone. I don't think anyone would ever give you anything for Lee. Oh, do you mean he run like OJ? Yeah, I mean I have to watch OJ. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know why Rico can't beat out Swain, man. I think he's playing pretty good football. He's blocking real good every time I see him on tape. He's doing a good job. I haven't seen him whiff on one block yet. Yeah, Dak runs into sacks or he stands and sits there. Yeah, they better resign Byron. LVE gets a 25-year, $10 billion contract. How far? Yeah, Scott don't like Rico because Scott's not trying to get him the ball. Like the things that I saw today, though, that impressed me out of this offense, though, regardless of um, the score, we didn't light up the scoreboard, but what I did see, we were like aggressive, everyone. And I think, like I said, the tone was set for me last week when Xavier tossed Fletcher Cox into the end zone. Even though that, I mean, this is how amazing that block was. I replay it over and over again, and that got sacked on the play. And I still replay it, and I'm like, damn, because that's how good the block. And then the very next play, he put him on his ass again um, on the play where Gallup tried to catch the ball and was carried out of bounds in the first play of the first series of the Eagles game. Like that to me was when I realized, like, oh, they're playing. This offensive line is nasty again. So for me, that allows Tyron to be Tyron. Tyron Smith, yeah, he struggles against inside moves, speedy inside guys when they come inside hard or whatever, because he'll kick step out, and I think that needs stopping him from being able to close ranks. But now having a left guard that can like manhandle his own opponent, you don't really have to lean into him or slide your protection that way. Now Tyron, I think you'll see Tyron start to act like himself again. I don't think Donovan McNabb is a fair comparison because I think McNabb has a slightly better deep ball, and I think the way um, the offense was set up with McNabb and Andy Reid together. I think McNabb actually had a leg up, being honest. Um, that's true. Now, I think McNabb's natural quarterback ability was better than Dak's. I think he's more accurate. He throws stronger, better, easier, quicker release, all that. But I think the system that he was in, though, Andy Reid is like a quarterback whisperer, man. So that's a little different. I don't know what Andy Reid would do with Dak, but I think it'd be pretty good. I think more like Alex Smith last year. He got hurt, but he said he'd be ready to go the next game. You think Connor's our best replacement for Tyron Smith? I don't. I think Cameron Fleming needs to be in there, or you slide Collins to that side and put Cam Fleming on the other. I wouldn't do it. We are not going to beat the Saints, man. I know about the secret and the theory of magnetism and all that, and wishful thinking and speaking things into existence. Trust me, I'm with you, but this ain't one of them situations. Hey, man, is Law on? Because I was supposed to be on with Law, but he didn't. He ain't hit me up. I was going to like merge this jump. If he on, let me see. Yeah, he ain't hit me up. Maybe he didn't go on. I think they should, but no, they're not gonna hire Romo. He likes his job too much. Who would I get to replace Sir Claps a lot? Um, Me, I like Bill Cowher, somebody that'll bring attitude to this team, but knows how to win. I like Bill Cowher. That's who I would go after. That's my, you know, or beg Parcells to come back. Then, yeah, really, that's the only two people I could think of. Chris Richard, I wouldn't give him a shot at head coach yet. Not yet. I want to see what he does, with a full year on defense next year. I do. Jimmy Johnson, that would actually be a Cowboys type of acquisition because of the story that it would bring to the team. That Jerry Jones would love the story, but I think he would hate the aftermath of the story. He'd love the publicity, but then when it really gets real, where he realizes Jimmy will tell him, go to hell. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't think he wants to hear that. So I doubt that one. I think Demarcus Lawrence playing like a man possessed, man. He's flying all over the place. He's, keeping people um, pinned down, man. I like how he's just a bat out of hell. Tavon, I think, is out for a couple more weeks. But I thought they IR'd him. Somebody told me that. I think they thought they hired his replacement. They haven't, but they thought they did. In Connor Williams. Everybody says that Zeke does look swollen, but I don't think he's out of shape. I think he's just heavier. Like that play last week against the Eagles when he jumped over dude. I think last year or rookie year, Zeke just runs. After he jumps over him, I think he keeps his balance. So yeah, he is a little heavy. I'm playing a little heavy right now. That was awesome. Tavon sucks, but his speed is so crazy that he makes you respect him. Makes you respect his jet sweep. You have to. And it splits the defensive half, gives us better running lanes. And with the way the offensive line is playing now, if the jet sweep was really reincorporated the way it used to be, and you were not getting those, those man-on-man blocks because half the line is trying to respect the backside that Tavon's creating. So three people or two people or one is like playing that backside. If that were the case, I think we'd be running even more crazy on people right now. Definitely, because it splits the defense right in half. The center, all he has to do is get to the second level. And once they make that wall, Zeke has a back. He has options. He can go front side or he can cut back. That's what the jet sweep does for us. And then sometimes just hand that shit off to Tavon anyway. So yeah. What? Damn, that is crazy. Mike Gallup, apparently, and I don't know. I don't want to repeat it if it's not true, but I'm just trusting that Ben Farmer is telling the truth here. But Mike Gallup's brother supposedly committed suicide during the game. Uh, that's tore up, man. Damn. Do you know if Dez will play against us? Come on, man. That ain't even funny. What's up, Loving Aries 23? How you? What's my thoughts on Tua? I like Tua. I don't think he'll ever be our quarterback because we have one that we're still trying to figure out. So I don't think they're going after a quarterback high. And now that Dak's turned some sort of corner and started winning, I think that's going to be his job next year to lose to. Who are our next opponents? I know we got the Redskins, then we got the Saints, and with the Colts. Three tough games. I don't know if it's the Colts right after. I'm not sure, but one of you guys will tell me. But I know it's the Redskins and the Saints. Um, Redskins, I think we can beat because they lost their quarterback, um, and the Saints, you know, Colts is like a toss-up. They can beat us, we can beat them. So that's how I think it goes. I think we beat the Redskins. We might get spanked against the Saints, and then we'll go up against the Colts. And depending on our attitude that game, I think maybe we either lose or we squeeze it out. I don't know, but the Colts are good. They're looking all right to give them luck. Oh, it's not the Colts. No, they're not a gimme. The Redskins not a gimme. They got like I said, Colt McCoy players good, but I think if I were comparing the teams offensively, I would give us an edge. Defensively, I say we're both just as good as each other defensively. But if I would say their offense versus our defense, I like our I like our offense versus their defense more than I like their offense versus ours, so to speak. So I think that we'll edge it out. One turnover changes that game. Anything's possible now. Do I think we? I mean, the Eagles are losing. They're behind us. They're not playing well, so they're not like they. It's not like they're playing better than us. The Redskins, I don't think are going to be able to hold their position. You know, they're definitely riding Colt McCoy to the playoffs if they make the playoffs, and we're about to bring them one more notch down. So once we're tied with the Redskins, if we can beat them Thursday, I mean, our destiny's in our own hands. So yeah, we can definitely make the playoffs. Will we go far in the playoffs? I don't know. I doubt it, but we can definitely make it. I did not know they having a Gallup brother, man. If you can stop the Saints running game, you can't. And if you do this, it's going to throw Kamara the ball anyway. Doesn't matter. Yep. Um, let's see another standout. Well, we already talked about Byron Jones, how he's playing. I mean, I can't really say enough about that. Um, but I see a lot of opportunities. Like there's opportunities for us to make plays where we knock balls down, or we could get interception, but we don't. That's when we'll be an elite defense when we start executing on those plays. Because the first drive alone, we had two opportunities. You know, we had one opportunity for interceptions, from Collins. We had another one from Xavier Woods, could have intercepted one. Then we had one with Heath, got hit by Julio Jones. So it's like we got to start getting those, those interceptions and sacks too. Like you said, Randy Gregory could have had three or four. That's what we have to start doing to be elite. Yeah, Camp Kamara is the goal. Um, Bluntville, Pink Divas. Yep, that's what I like. I don't know why you care, but you gonna send me some. NFC's teams are sitting 6 and 7. Yep. Let's see. Oh, it was Sangria. I just finished all of that. Though it's gone. Chiefs Saints Super Bowl, maybe. That might make sense. It's not that Byron won't travel. We don't play man coverage, so there's no reason to travel. Like Byron is covering, you know, just a third of the field. Cheeto just has to cover his third better than he has. But I think Cheeto is like he's a. They think because he plays with his eyes and he's a zone corner that he can play. He wants to play outside. I don't think Cheeto is a just a zone guy. I don't think you just use him as a zone corner. I think you have to, as I said before, you have to mix it up with Cheeto. Let him blitz, put him in a slot, let him use his eyes, but be closer to the ball so he can make plays. Connor gains 20 pounds. Yeah, he needs to gain 20 pounds. I don't think Byron can travel with the best receivers because we don't play man. Like, what's the point in him moving with him, other than just masking the uh the defensive coverage scheme? But yeah, there's no point in going anywhere with him. I'm reading up because I missed a lot of you guys. Adrian Lindsay, what up, man? I did answer your question, but I didn't say what's up to you, man. And for those of you who weren't on earlier, I was saying the reason I've been going wasn't because somebody took some videos. Somebody thought I got mad, took my ball, and went home, man. He was like, "Yo, you took your ball and went home?" I'm like, "Nah, man. I had some funerals to attend. I'm not gonna get into the who's, where's, and whys again, but we had some funerals to go to last week, so we were out the way. Yeah, I heard Fred. Yep, I heard he committed suicide during the game. That's fucked up. I don't think Cheeto should play. Oh, for Heath? Was you scared for Heath? Oh yeah, I was. I thought he was hurt, but I'm glad he wasn't. But I don't think Cheeto can play safety, man. I think Cheeto's definitely going to be um, a corner. He just has to get better. Yeah, Connor Williams needs to be on the bench for right now, I think, because Xavier is too noticeable. If you watch him in the Eagles game, he very rarely got pushed back. Connor Williams gets a lot of those blocks where he has to just, kind of steer you around the quarterback because he's getting pushed back there anyway. Um, Xavier wasn't giving those up. I don't know if Frederick's coming back this year. I doubt it. I think Jordan Lewis should play though on the outside and move Cheeto inside. I keep saying that over and over again. Uh, nobody from the Cowboys actually listens to me. Yeah, I think Looney's playing pretty good. The way this team is shaping up now, the way our defense is looking, the way they're flying around. I think if we can get our running game going in early in games, and get just be in the plus in the turnover ratio, we can take the air out of balls. That's the only way to beat teams like the Saints. When you're not the better team, you definitely have to limit the amount of time that the opposing offense is on the field, and our time of possession will go up if we keep running the ball the way we're running the ball now. So that's our only chance at any winning this year would be our defense continuing to rest up while our offense pounds away at their defense. Think, a mace and a shield. We have to bash at them, and try to shatter them while we're playing defense. Do I believe in Cooper? Um, yeah, yeah, I do. I believe in Cooper. I think his route running ability is crazy. I think the reason they didn't go for the Hail Mary was because I think after Zeke uh, hit the ground funny, I think I think they didn't want to risk making a mistake probably. So they just said let's just get out of the half without any mishaps. But Zeke hit the ground funny. He was holding his lower back, so it was like, no, let's just let's get while the getting's good. hmm Even though we left 5 points on the field, should have been 27-19. Yep, should have been. But like I said, the way we're shaping up is good. I think that the future is looking good. Our destiny is definitely in our hands. I said before the season started that this is a no excuse type season, and it's shaping up that way because now with the Redskins, sort of without a head, they're running around like the headless horseman right now. And the Eagles haven't been the Eagles. They're like they have a hangover. They're a hot chick with a hangover, and the Giants are just out of contention. The division is really ours to lose. That's it. It's ours to lose. That's actually an interesting point, Joe Logan. Joe Logan. Um, yeah, I don't like the Amari Cooper trade because of what we gave up. But I like Amari Cooper, so I can live with the trade. But the LV has 95 plus tackles, Joe. You know what's crazy about that is that LV has the most tackles for the least amount of snap counts. So technically, if he would have had the same amount of snap counts as his counterparts like Luke Kuechly and Kiko Alonso and those guys, he would shatter their numbers. Seriously, because his open field tackle game is sickening. I like it. Fred, peace, man. Good seeing you. I'm gonna keep doing my thing, man. Superman, Batman. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting off in about 8 minutes. So if you guys have questions, let me know now because I have a long week and I have a lot of catching up to do because I have content that just needs voiceovers. So I'm gonna be voiceovering it up all week. But yeah, I got content that needs voiceover, so I'm gonna be doing those, trying to get out to y'all. I see y'all dropping off. Peace to everybody who jumped off. Yeah, Irvin's upsets you. Why Irvin upset you though? I don't think he a disappointment. He hurt. Can we get Jalen Ramsey? I don't think we can get Jalen Ramsey yet. If he doesn't get he's going to get extended. I think. I don't think you can get Jalen Ramsey. But if we had Jalen Ramsey over here, it would change this defense. All the way. Um, Earl Thomas, we definitely can get though, and appreciate the donation too, man. But that was Joe Mitchell. What up, Joe? Peace, peace, Dave. The tackling Dutchman, yeah, man. Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown can hit. I think that's why he's in there, and he plays better zone coverage than Lewis does. Lewis is a better man up guy, but we don't. The reason Lewis doesn't get that much love is because he's a man cover corner. We're a zone cover team, so he doesn't fit as readily as anyone else. I think Brown does play zone better than Lewis. I think Lewis plays man better than most on our team, other than Byron Jones. Yeah, Earl Thomas will be there next year. Lance Lenore made a bonehead play. I think he'd be all right. I would do nothing else, Quentin. What up, Perry Smith? Yeah, don't let this be your last, man. Make sure you frequent. And everybody that's on here, man, go out to the AKOYE Media Facebook page and make sure y'all like that page too, because I'm trying to grow that there. I'm actually working on some software. I'm working with some software now that's gonna help me grow that page anyway. Yeah, yeah. I work late too, as you can see, man. It's It's 12:30 where I'm at. Cover three is the best defense. I think you got to mix it up. I like cover three. I like the fact that we want to run cover three primarily, but I think you should mix up some man in there because we do have men covered corners, and I think that actually will help us blitz more. I would like to see us blitz more. Maybe that's something that we can work on. I don't know, but I would like to see that on third downs at least. You know, convert the man and go in. Yeah. Well, Lee will take Wilson's spot maybe when LVZ's on the field, but remember we don't really run our base package that often, so Wilson's not even on the field that often. He asked was would Lee take Wilson's spot when he comes back? I think Lee does need to retire or um, keep playing, but just be slowly phased out. Yeah, yeah, he's not gonna get traded though. Yeah, Kellen Moore, we definitely need another quarterbacks coach. Kellen Moore is not the guy. Um, but like I said, I know this go around we have a lot ahead of us. Um, the playoffs are right there, as I said before. The interesting thing for me, like the season just got exciting for me. The reason it just got exciting is because now we get to see like this is the perfect opportunity. You don't get to see what your team's made of fully when they're just losing because you get to see who actually has some fight in them. Yeah, but you just get to see the fight and the character, from that. Um, but seeing your team actually have something to play for and seeing how they can rally together, not only rally together, but also use their minds and their ingenuity to win games that they shouldn't win. That's when you really learn what type of coaching staff you have and what type of players you have when your players can transcend their station. So for me, that's why this season's gotten exciting because now, we're gonna find out. It's really a no excuse time frame right now. And I just can't wait to see how we pan out. Because however we pan out, that's what it is. Like we can't even use the excuse that the Redskins ran away with the division. The division is literally somehow, some miraculous way out of there, all the weird stuff we were doing in the beginning of the season, the division is still right here in front of us. So, you know, let's get it. I don't know what the hell Leslie Moore was thinking, man. That boy on some drugs, man. He was thinking that ooh wee was pretty good. The dope man gave him something that was too strong, man. Seriously. D Law 3 sacks. He had three? Damn. No, I think Lance Lenore should play. I think he should get more playing time at receiver though. He had two. Okay. Amari Cooper is not the next Jerry Rice, man. Yeah, his name is Reed. No, no, I'm in Philly, man. Why you say H Town? Yeah, he won't retire. Xavier Woods got to get his shit together, man. His tackling, his he just kind of disappears. I think he needs to get comfortable with the defense. I think he'll evolve and start making plays. But what you guys are expecting down the pike, what um, I'm working on the Xavier Suafilo film. I'm doing another round on the secondary, just taking a stronger look at not only Cheeto, like is Cheeto playing as bad as we thought, or are we just not being patient enough? We'll find out. But I'm going to be looking at those things as well, along with Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith should be like the comeback player of the decade, man, after coming back from that injury and playing the way he's been playing. Um, I'm hats off to him, man. Hats off to him. I'm definitely in the mindset or of the mindset now that I'm really starting to enjoy what I do. I'm enjoying speaking to you guys all the time. I know this one was like a melancholy kind of chill one, and that's because one, it's school night, and I'm live from the house, so I don't want to scream all over the house. But I have been making strides behind the scenes, just so you guys know, and you'll see it. I already have an AKOYE studio, but it's too far. It's like 40 minutes away, which isn't that much of a problem. It's just that I share the space with other photographers and production company I'm partnered with, and I don't like having to, pick my times to be in there. But we just closed on another building, so I'll be rebuilding my set in another location. So from there, we're gonna start. We're gonna start expanding the show, the content, and start getting a lot better. But we don't move in there till January 1st. But I just wanted you guys to know that this is something that I'm investing heavily in. It's not just I sit and play on the phone or on the computer. But let's see. What about Carson Wentz? I don't know. What do you mean? What's our current team missing? I think I said it a little earlier. We need veteran leadership in the players, offensively and defensively. I think Amari Cooper brings a spark to the offense. I think he does. And I think that, along with the fact that Dak doesn't want to lose his job, so I think he's playing with some more reckless abandonment than he's used to, which is good. If we had a tight end option, I think that was our tight end chemistry thing. I think it would be better. I think you guys are right there. But offensively, I don't think it's the problem. I think Xavier Suafilo was the issue, and now that he's there, I'm good with the offense. Dak is, he's going to determine how that offense goes. The defense, just veteran leadership. I think Sean Lee from the bench is good, but talking, and coaching is great, but we want someone on the field who can kind of guide those guys. And right now, it's just Tyron Crawford. I think he's that guy. Heath is, believe it or not, one of those guys, and Byron is now a veteran. So we might have enough to squeeze out. We have some young guys. I mean, we're definitely a lot more experienced than the Legion of Boom was when they started playing well together. So this defense could go some places, man. Let's just see. Let's just see, though. But it's been a pleasure being back on, fellas and ladies. And now I appreciate all the love and support and so on. Um, what I want you guys to start doing, though, just engage with me more, man. Let me know what types of videos you guys want to see, and I'll put those out. I'm going to start putting some exclusive content, that the content that YouTube likes to block and not monetize. If I'm not going to get money for it anyway, I'm gonna start putting those on Patreon, and people can go out there and watch like the exclusive content that still has the intros that some of you hate. I know some of you hate intros, but the intros and also the HD game film versus the all 22, because some people don't like the all 22 breakdowns. I mean, but that's the only thing that they don't block um, on YouTube, but on Patreon it's different. So we'll start that as well. But again, I appreciate everybody who went out on Twitter and started banging heads and all that, because they thought I was like coming at certain people, and to those who people kind of came at uh, inadvertently, I apologize to, like I said, Chris from Tony Romo fan club. That's my man. He actually wanted dudes to put me out, so I was too general in my video, because I think a lot of people went out and took it upon themselves to kind of defend me in places where they didn't need to. But I even appreciate that love too, man. Appreciate that too. Oh, some intros of old movies are too damn long. Yeah, some of them too long. Yeah, I'll give you that. But the intros like set the tone. Like sometimes I'll get an intro, it'll just go through my head, and I'm like, damn, I want to do it, but I won't, because the time that it takes me to do it is never really worth it, because it's time that I could be breaking down an actual player, and I know that they're gonna block it anyway. So that's why I kind of stopped doing them. Yeah, I love the intros, man. Yeah, my reaction, honestly, it was like more. I was just coming from a funeral, and then my homie told me, we had the bowling alley last week, and my homie told me, he said, Dez ruptured his Achilles. For me, that was just like, damn. I sat there for like a good 5 minutes, like, damn. I felt bad for him. And then a lot of my lineage here anyway was tied or is tied to Des Bryant, regardless of how I feel about it, or how anyone else does. I wouldn't have started doing these if it wasn't for how the Cowboys treated Dez initially in the first place. So my my YouTube career anyway, will always be tied to him in some way. So yeah, that was just messed up, man. That messed me up. Didn't go to the Eagles game. You know something, man? CJ, I went to the Eagles game last year, the one on New Year's Eve, and I realized at that game I don't like going to live games, man. Don't like, and I was cursing everything out. I was doing more arguing with Eagles fans than I was watching the game, and it was fucking cold, bro. Like cold, cold, like real cold. So for me, I I was just I don't really look forward to going to live games. Just not my thing. Yeah, I hate it for dance too. Cry, Eagles cry. Yeah. We don't blitz more because it would destroy the integrity of our defense. Our defense is based on getting home with the front four and forcing the quarterback to hold the ball while our linebackers roam the field. The only openings in our defense are the deep corners, like so these ends of the field. But in order for that to happen, they have wide receivers that'll occupy the deep thirds. So let's say two wide receivers run up the field and occupy the outside corners. They'll have one in the slot do a deep cross, right? And that's where that's why our linebackers, they don't just back up. They back and turn. They turn and they meet the receiver in the middle of the field, and then they follow him to this corner of the field. So in order for a quarterback to hit that, he has to anticipate that throw or he has to hold it. If he's a see it throw at quarterback, like Dak and a couple other guys, Wentz is a see it throw guy, he just has a better arm. But if he's one of those guys that holds the ball longer, then that's more opportunities for us to sack him. If you scramble, you mess up that integrity, or if you're able to just anticipate throws a little bit better than most, you can beat that. But it's real hard to beat. That's why we play cover three so much. I do think Jordan Lewis should start over Cheeto. You already know. I threw it up earlier for you, man. And I ain't got nothing to lose, nothing to lose. Yeah, I threw it up for him all day. Skip Bayless won today. Fuck Skip Bayless. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah. See a show at the Fillmore. Um, at the Fillmore, that's the Comedy House, I think. I haven't seen a show there though, no, but I know where it is. Let me see. I'm reading you guys' comments, and then I'm gonna jump off of those that's still here. Let's see what y'all got. Who is this guy cheering for? Who we talking about? No, Dak is not more clutch than Wentz. He is clutch though, no doubt. All right. Look like y'all running thin. But listen, again, I appreciate you guys dealing with this inconsistency. I waited till the season started to start having issues. I was making videos galore when the season was it was off season. So this is the time to actually start making content. But appreciate you guys weathering the storm with me. And I'll be putting out some content for you by tomorrow. That's my word. Xavier Suafilo's film is done, so I don't see why not. And you guys start seeing some boxing, so don't be alarmed when you do. You don't like it, watch it anyway. I don't give a shit. Watch it because it's me. You know what I mean? But I'll start putting out some boxing breakdowns too. Good night. I'm exhausted, ready to go. Talk to y'all later. Film on cover three weaknesses and strengths. Ghost Flatbush. I could do that. That's actually a great film. I like instructional videos. I'll do that. But all right, people. Peace.